Selma's Tales, bedtime stories and mindfulness for kids. Selma the Wolf Pup here, and tonight we're going on an adventure. Are you ready? Those silly minions are not ready to go to bed, so Kevin has some great ideas to help them get sleepy. So sit back, get comfy, wiggle your toes, wiggle your nose, and let's get started. Minion's Bedtime Bonanza. The moon rose high over Gru's secret lair, casting a silvery glow over the jagged edges of the fortress. Inside, however, chaos was in full swing. The minions, those yellow, giggling bundles of mischief, were supposed to be settling down for the night. But as usual, things hadn't gone quite to plan. In the main sleeping chamber, a cavernous room lined with bunk beds that stretched to the ceiling, dozens of minions were anything but sleepy. Some were bouncing on beds, others were swinging from ropes fashioned from sheets, and a group in the corner was engaged in an intense game of who can throw the most bananas into the laundry chute. A shriek of laughter erupted as a banana ricocheted off a minion's goggles and into the hands of another. Amid the mayhem, Kevin, the self-appointed responsible one, was trying to wrangle the group into calmness. He pointed at the glowing banana-shaped clock on the wall, flapping his arms to signal bedtime. But the minions just giggled, shouting, "Bapple, Bapple," and tossing pillows into the air. From the shadows, Bob waddled in, clutching his teddy bear, Tim, and yawning widely. Bob loved bedtime, mostly because he could cuddle Tim and dream of adventures. He tugged at Kevin's arm, pointing at the beds and mimicking sleep. Kevin sighed. Bob was right. Something had to be done. Kevin waddled to the center of the room and clapped his hands loudly. "Banana!" he bellowed. Every minion froze, eyes wide as if hypnotized by the magic word. They turned their heads towards Kevin in unison, captivated. Kevin pointed to the wall where a small cupboard labeled "Bedtime Supplies" hung. The minions cheered as he opened it to reveal an assortment of bedtime essentials: plush bananas, warm blankets, and most importantly, a large bottle of banana-scented bubble bath. It didn't take long for the minions to stampede toward the bathroom. The tub was soon brimming with frothy banana-scented bubbles. Kevin set a timer for a quick splash session, knowing that burning off their last bits of energy was essential. Minions dove into the bubbles with wild abandon, some sliding across the soapy floor, others making bubble beards and laughing hysterically. Bob floated by on a large rubber banana, giggling softly as Tim rested on his chest. The bathroom soon filled with minions' goggles and the faint scent of bananas mixed with soap. Kevin, seeing their energy begin to wane, pulled the plug on the tub. "Papooey, out!" he commanded. Groans and whines followed, but the minions obeyed, trailing suds and bubbles as they made their way back to the sleeping chamber. Now came the hardest part, actually getting the minions to sleep. Kevin pulled out the final trick from the bedtime supplies cupboard, a tiny projector. He flicked it on, and the ceiling lit up with swirling stars and glowing bananas. The minions oohed and awed as they snuggled into their bunks. Bob sat in his bed, clutching Tim tightly as he watched the stars twinkle. Stuart strummed a soft tune on his ukulele, and the room began to quiet. Kevin sighed in relief. But just as the room grew calm, a faint sound broke the silence. One minion giggled, then another. Soon the entire room erupted in laughter as a minion proudly pointed to his backside, declaring, "Butt." Kevin rolled his eyes, but couldn't help a small chuckle. "Pumpadum," he muttered, waving a hand to settle them. The laughter slowly faded into sleepy giggles, and the minions finally curled up under their banana-patterned blankets. One by one, the minions drifted off. Bob was the first, his tiny snores harmonizing with Tim's faint squeak as he hugged the bear tightly. Stuart leaned against his ukulele, letting out soft whistles of breath. Even Dave, who had been the last to settle, finally succumbed to the calm atmosphere. As the stars and bananas swirled above them, Kevin looked around the room. The once chaotic minions now lay in peaceful slumber, their goofy grins still intact. Kevin climbed into his own bunk, pulling a blanket over himself. The lair was quiet now, save for the gentle hum of the projector and the occasional murmured "banana" from a dreaming minion. Outside, the moonlight painted the fortress in a serene glow, and all was calm, for now. Tomorrow would bring new adventures, more giggles, and probably a lot more banana-related chaos. But for now, the minions dreamed of bananas, bubbles, and endless mischief, wrapped in the warmth of their goofy little world. Sweet dreams.